is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we did it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bulletz Gotti. You know, before we start this video, I want y'all to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and smash the like button. It's your boy Bulletz Gotti. It's the Bulletz Gotti Show. Salute.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bulletz Gotti. A lot of things is going on. The brother Polight shit is very sketchy. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's very sketchy. So, I went on the Miami-Dade website and they said that brother Polight is out on bail. He got bail. All you YouTubers been saying this man is locked up. He's locked up. He's locked up. I go on the website. They say he's out on bail. So, I'm scratching my head saying to myself, y'all said the man was locked up. Like, something just ain't right. Something ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Something is not adding up. Well, y'all saying that this man is locked up, but you look him up, he's not locked up. So, that's another story. Here's my opinion on the whole brother Polight situation. I'm gonna give you my personal opinion. It's a lot of bullshit I'm smelling with the whole scenario, the whole case. It's kind of like the R. Kelly case. These women got ulterior motives, and their motives is basically to go after these men. And in a situation of Polight, they targeted him because Shorty went after him because he didn't want her. That's the only way. You know, because if you with a dude, and so seeing everything that's going on and hearing everything, and hearing that the mother don't want him to register as a sex offender, hearing Polight's side, hearing that they was looking for the mother, he had investigators looking for the mother basically had a whole, didn't want the daughter to get on the stand, and then it was a whole lot of, whole lot of shenanigans going on. Now, in my opinion, I think it was a vindictive situation. I think it was the mother had an issue with Polight, and it was said that he broke up with her, and because Polight got multiple women, she might have figured that she wanted to be the only one, and she, like many scorned women, used her daughter as a pawn. And then when you go and look at, they said it was no sexual penetration. Then they said it was semen. The whole case just sounds odd to me. Like, it's all over the place and it don't make any sense. Now, I'm the type of dude, bro, that I look at both sides and then I look at the third side, which is the truth. And to me, it sounded like the mother was setting up Polight. It sounded like it was an agenda. It sounded like the mother was scorned, and what scorned women do is they go after the men that they feel did them dirty. Now, like I said, Polight right now is out on bond. Y'all saying that he was locked up, and he's not. He's out on bond. So It was a lot of misinformation from the YouTube pundits because of their negative connotation. They don't like the dude, so that's understandable. A lot of people don't like certain people, and they have an issue with Polight. So when you watch some of these platforms, it's coming from their biased perspective because they have the issues with the men, which is cool because that's your opinion. But let's just keep it real. A lot of this shit smell like bullshit. I'm just being honest. I don't believe everything that's being said. It just seemed odd that a mother will basically, in a plea deal, would agree with him not being registered as a sex offender. And you women that's mothers, and you men that is fathers, don't that sound odd to you? Don't that sound like, wait a minute, you don't want the man to basically be labeled or registered as a sex offender? So to me, it seemed like this was get back on the mother's part as she used her daughter as a pawn. What mother is allowing her daughter to go to any club? And I kind of agree with Polight. On what he was saying. Like, what type of mother, a responsible mother, is going to allow her daughter to go to any club with a grown man? Now, like I said, Polight said it was drugs and alcohol in the daughter. Who's to say that he was the one that put the drugs and alcohol? Who's to say that? This shit sound like it's deeper than that to me. It sounds like the mother might be the culprit and people is not putting their antennas and stick pointing their fingers at the mother. They making the mother sound like she's a victim. That's crazy to me. The mother is no victim. Because if the mother is saying that Polight did this and did that, but she said she don't want him to be registered as a sex offender, something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. I'm sorry. Something's not right. You know, something is not right. Something is not right. There's something that's not right with this situation. You know, something is not right. Shit smelling fishy. Polight is out on bail. Y'all said this man was locked up. Looked at the Miami-Dade. You go on there, they saying this man got bond. He paid for his bond. He got bonded out. So what is we talking about? What is we talking about? But hey, it is what it is. I want to get into this Donnie Masterson situation. Because something just like the Polight situation, these men are being targeted. Whether you the Ron Jeremys, R. Kelly, Tory Lanez, Harvey Weinstein, a lot of these men are being targeted. I think it's, one, some of these men's stances on certain topics and issues, and them not going with the agenda. A lot of these men are being targeted. Now, as you know, Danny Masterson from that 70s show that played Hyde, one of my favorite characters on there. Him and Fez was always my guy on there. Not gonna lie. With the brother Polight situation, you got the Danny Masterson situation where he was charged with 30 years. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Now, he had an acquittal. He had not an acquittal, but he had a mistrial. Right? And I'm going to be honest with you. This Danny Masterson case, and looking, and shout out to him, because I was a fan of that 70s show. Like I said, Hyde was one of my favorite characters on that 70s show. You know what I'm saying? He was always the dude that was the Buddha head dude in the show. He made everybody laugh. But I think the issue, and I think why they target him, is because he's he's part of the Church of Scientology. Okay? And in the Church of Scientology, they are not a part of the agenda of mainstream society. So they target people that's a part of the Church of Scientology. You see what they did to Tom Cruise. You see what they did to who's my man? John Travolta. Leah Remini has been on a tirade to go target people that's a part of the Church of Scientology. And she made it her mission to slander this man and slander the church for whatever initiative, because she was a part of the church, right? The problem is this is what I keep trying to tell people. It's always an agenda with all these cases. Whether it's the Danny Masterson case, whether it's the R. Kelly case, whether it's the Tory Lanez case, whether it's the Brother Polight case, it's all a agenda. It's an agenda. In this case, this was a political agenda. I always wanted to understand this. How can women wait 20 years and say that a man did all of this to them, right? 20 years. And you charging this man for something. Now, 9 out of 10, how do we know it's true? The agenda of today, and this is sad, but it's very true. The agenda of today, and the biggest payout for women right now, is sexual assault. It's sad, but that's the biggest payout for women right now. The sexual assault agenda. You see what they did to Mike Tyson. You see what they did to Tupac. Marv Abrams. Yeah, Marv Albert. You know, Mike Tyson, like I said. Many others, man. This is the agenda with a lot of these women, is to scream sexual assault. You see what happened to Bill Cosby. The sexual assault thing is the new agenda for 2023. But it had started before then. You see what they did to Harvey Weinstein. And I think the reason why Harvey Weinstein was incarcerated and why they incarcerated him, why he got arrested, is because, and I'm explaining to you why. Harvey Weinstein, this is crazy. Harvey Weinstein was getting ready to do a project with Chango from the Yellow Top crew, which basically was going to talk about his side, talk about his story, but also talk about what happened in the Central Park 5 case, because he was missing out of that whole scenario, because he was the one that was able to get these brothers vindicated. Chango. He was the one that had the Mateus Reyes brother to admit to the crime that was committed. Before then, he could not. Before then, if he didn't get involved, those brothers would have still been considered what they was considered. Right? So Harvey Weinstein was getting ready to do this project. Next thing you know, they screaming out sexual assault. Harvey Weinstein this, Harvey Weinstein that. And it's not a black and white thing. It's an agenda to go after men. Masculine men. You know, America's proving the facts that they don't want men that doesn't go with the agenda. They're having people come out of woodworks making all these type of claims. And this is why I always say to people, how can you take a case that happened 20 years ago and say this person sexually assaulted me 20 years ago? How do you know that this person did that? How do you have a kid or you don't even have a kid, you don't have nothing to prove. All you just going by is hearsay. The law system is going by hearsay. It's not going by, well, we don't know. You just going by hearsay. Now, in today's society, it's a personal feminist agenda that they are trying to incarcerate men because they're pushing a feminist agenda in America. Let's just keep it real. So, if you look at states like California and New York and many other liberal states, they charging these men without giving it reasonable doubt evidence, not with the benefit of the doubt. You know, so in these liberal cities, they just going by what they going by. Not to mention that, like I said, all of this shit is propaganda. All of it. All of it. Because the whole Brother Polight shit just shows you. You with a woman, she becomes jealous, and she uses her child as a pawn to basically slanderize you. And in that situation, it do look like she used the child as a pawn. Because my antennas went up when I heard that the mother did not want him to register as a sex offender. It did not make any sense to me. And anybody with rational sense gotta have their antennas up and be like, what? Huh? Wait a minute, did he really touch this girl? Or was this a setup all along? Because ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. How was the mother not held accountable? Ain't no way. And y'all running around saying that Polight is locked up, he's out on bond. So what are y'all talking about? I just looked it up. But when it goes to the Danny Masterson situation, like I said, women come out 20 years late talking about this man sexually assaulted me. Like, let's be rational. I was watching the news. This one woman, she was an older woman. She said, oh, he sexually assaulted me. And I didn't come out. I'm like, wow. This is what these parasites do. This is what these parasite women do. These parasite women, they leech off of these type of things, and they make an agenda. And basically the agenda is to slanderize and go after and target these men. And they use a feminist agenda. And people that's really sexual assaulted victims, you know, we can't trust these people because you got so many people that's just trying to get a come up off of sexual assault. It's sad because there's real victims of sexual assault out here. And they're not doing what these people are doing. They're not waiting 20 years to address what happened to them. These people is waiting 20 or 30 years to come out and say they were sexually assaulted because they want a payout. This is ridiculous. That's all it is. And what happened with Danny, like I said, what happened with Danny Masterson was what happened with a lot of people was basically a political agenda because he's part of the Church of Scientology. That's the first thing they saw saying. He's a member of Church of Scientology. Leah Renner exposed him on her documentary on A&E, and the agenda there. That just shows you right there. It was an attack on his faith. It was an attack on his belief system. It was an attack on he's not a part of the agenda, and he's not. He's a part of the Church of Scientology, and they hate the Church of Scientology. So they target that man. If he wasn't a part of the Church of Scientology, would there be a case of Masterson? Will we be talking about this? Would he be facing 30 years? Let's just really wake up. Like, y'all people is so caught up in the Matrix, y'all not really peeping game. See, I've been out the Matrix, so I'm not like y'all. Everything don't fade. Everything, it don't, how you say, it don't, it don't just, I don't have the belief system that you people have. You know, everything, I can't listen to everything. Everything is not believable. Especially when you're looking at the media and the agenda. A lot of this shit don't be believable. And especially in this case, these women wasn't believable.
if he had a mistrial and they found him guilty, but he had a mistrial on one, and then they had evidence to prove that he's innocent, and these people is trying to move out the evidence so he can win his case. That just shows you right there they had a plan. I just saw something. I'm about to do a video on Alex Murdaugh, the man in South Carolina. A lot of these, I'm telling you, a lot of these prosecutors, a lot of these lawyers, a lot of these prosecutors, and a lot of these people are trying to win cases by railroading people. Okay? They're trying to win cases. It's not a black and white thing. It's a trying to get fame thing. And these lawyers, these prosecutors are trying to get famous. So they will prosecute somebody and say they did it, but then come to find out that it was jury tampering and all type of stuff that's going on. So this is what I'm saying, man. I feel bad for him. I think it's wrong that somebody, they wait 20 years to say this man did this, and all because of his faith, they went after him. A lot of this shit don't even sound right to me. How do you wait 20 years to say a man sexually assaulted you? 20 years. To say a man sexually assaulted you 20 years, but then you come out. It's like the Bill Cosby shit. Harvey Weinstein shit. These chicks, and even Jeffrey Epstein, a lot of this shit, when you watch some of the videos, it's like, wait a minute. It's not rational to me. How do you people saying that you're victims, but you dealt with these people and all this? Some of these chicks, like in the Masterson case, some of these chicks was like his ex-girlfriends. So, scorn women, like in the Polight situation, scorn women that's upset that a woman that he's not married to them, doesn't have children with them, they start lying. Like in the Mike Tyson situation. Shorty had to go back to her room. She lied, knowing that Mike ain't did nothing to her. Lied on Mike. Ruined that man's career. He did 5 years in state prison. What, 4 to 5 years? Or 3? I think 3 or maybe 4 or 5 years in state prison. You know what I'm saying? For a lie. Because she didn't go back to her room during curfew. She fucked up. She knew she had curfew. She didn't go back to her room. She went and wanted to have sex, being a fast ass. So what do? She lied and say he did this to me, sexually assaulted me. Come on, Ayanna Jackson. Oh, Pac did this, but you don't even explain that. You said that he didn't even do nothing to you. He left the room. Somebody else did what they did to you, and you was with it. See, a lot of these women be lying, and it's shameful, and people's lives are ruined. It's sad to say this, but 99% of the people that's in prison right now is incarcerated for these type of crimes. And 99% of them, I'm going to just be honest with you. Some of them are being released by the Innocence Program for crimes they didn't do, even with sexual assault crimes. Why? Because you have vindictive women that lie. Piece of shit women that lie. I don't feel sorry for these women because you lying on people and ruining their lives. And then when you look at the facts, when people is trying to withhold evidence, why are you trying to withhold evidence? That's the thing that boggles me. If somebody did something to you, you wouldn't wait 20 years. You would have did it right there, then and there. But hey, it is what it is, man. It's your boy Bullets Gotti, man. I see through the bullshit. I'm not like y'all people, man. When you escape that matrix, you see through all this bullshit and you start realizing that all this shit's bullshit. That really and truly people just making up shit and shit don't even be true. And it's sad because there's real victims of sexual assaults, there's real victims of child abuse that's being touched, You got children that are being really touched. And then you got women out here that's using their children as pawns, that's taking their daughters to parties, and then they don't take no blame or nothing. It's just the other day, a couple weeks ago, a woman gave her child to this elderly gentleman in Queens. He touched her daughter. Charges were dropped on her, but the man got charged. I'm like, wait a minute. So he gets charges, but she don't get no charges. She literally gave her daughter to this man. This could have been all avoided if she never gave this man her daughter. But hey, man, like I said, man, they feel sorry for these piece of shit women. And this is why I just shake my head, man. But salute.
This video, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Make sure we get into the algorithm. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and hit the notification bell. It's your boy, Bulletz Gotti Show, 2 Clean.